Am I the asshole for freaking out on my bridesmaid when she told me my dress was ugly in front of our entire wedding party? So I had a pretty major meltdown at my bachelorette party last weekend. We were all getting ready to head out to dinner and take some photos, and Isla, one of my closest friends, comes over to help me with my veil. As she's adjusting it for me, Fletcher, the maid of honor, walks in and says, "Oh girl, I don't know if that dress is going to work for you." I'm already feeling a bit self-conscious about the way I look in it, but Isla jumps in and tells her that I love it and we've been looking at it for weeks. But then Fletcher starts being really condescending and says, "Honestly, it's just not flattering on you," specifically pointing out that my shoulders are too broad and my waist is too small. Omar, our other bridesmaid, tries to intervene and says we should focus on taking photos and having fun, but I'm already feeling pretty upset. I know I shouldn't have been so sensitive, but it really hurt my feelings when Fletcher said that. We've all been friends for years and she's always been someone I trust. But at the same time, I feel like she has no right to be criticizing me in front of everyone. I started getting teary-eyed and told her that I thought she was being really insensitive. Isla tried to calm me down and reminded me that it's just a dress, but by then Fletcher had already gotten up and walked out of the room. I know I overreacted, but it still feels pretty raw right now. Am I the asshole for getting so upset?
Am I the asshole for getting frustrated with my roommate Hannah when she keeps eating my food and denies it every single time? So I, 30M, and here's what happened. I live with two roommates, Hannah and Danny, in a shared apartment. We all get along pretty well, but there's one thing that's been driving me crazy lately: Hannah's habit of eating my food. Specifically, she's been consistently taking my lunch money jar, which is filled with cash, gift cards, and other essentials worth over $200 per week. I've confronted her about it multiple times, but every time I bring it up, she denies it, saying something like, "I don't know what you're talking about," or "I was just trying to help myself." Meanwhile, I have the receipts, literally, and a video of Danny witnessing Hannah take food from my fridge on multiple occasions. It's not just random snacks either, she's been making off with full meals, like last week when she took down an entire pizza that I had ordered for dinner. I've tried to be patient and understanding, thinking maybe there was some miscommunication or misunderstanding. But it seems like every time I try to talk to her about it, she gets defensive and tells me I'm being paranoid or too sensitive. Meanwhile, I'm the one who has to constantly restock my food supply because someone's consistently making a mess of our shared kitchen. I've even tried labeling my food with my name in bold letters, just to make it clear that it belongs to me. But Hannah just laughs and says she can't read that well, despite being able to decipher the exact brand of coffee beans I buy. At this point, I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. Is anyone actually lying about eating my food? Am I the asshole for getting so worked up over something that feels like a simple case of dishonesty? Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend that I need more emotional support after he said I'm too needy? So I, 24F, and here's what happened. I've been feeling really overwhelmed with stress at work lately, and things have been pretty tough on our relationship too. We just moved in together 6 months ago, and it feels like everything is still a bit of an adjustment. But despite all the chaos, I'm still trying to keep my head above water. Lately, I found myself needing more reassurance from Seth, that's what I call him, but technically he goes by his last name, Sawyer. I told him about how I'm feeling and asked if we could set up some regular date nights, just the two of us, or schedule time for me to relax when I need it. Sawyer agreed to do more of those things, which made a huge difference in my mood. But then, the other day, we were having dinner at his place, and I started getting a bit choked up about work. Sawyer's response wasn't what I was expecting. Instead of listening to me or offering support, he said that I'm too needy and that it's not fair to expect him to always be there for me. He told me that if I want to feel better, I should just take some time for myself, like exercise or a hobby. Now, I get what he was trying to say. Maybe I do need to find ways to manage my stress on my own, but the way he said it made me feel really belittled and unheard. The thing is, Sawyer's always been supportive in the past, and this makes me wonder if something has changed. Am I the asshole for expecting him to be there for me when things get tough?
Am I the asshole for calling out my family member Wilder for making a joke that has been bugging me for months? So I'm at dinner with my family tonight and things are going as usual. Bianca's being her annoyingly optimistic self, Esme's complaining about something or other. But then Wilder starts telling this joke about how he spent all his money on video games last month and is now struggling to make ends meet. I've heard that joke before, like 5 times, and every time it feels like a cheap shot. I try not to react at first, but as the joke gets old, my annoyance builds up. I've always thought it was lazy humor, and tonight's no exception. So when Wilder says, "Oh, yeah, well, at least I'm not the one who can't even afford to take a vacation," that's when I lose it. I turn to him and say, "You know what's funny? How you keep using that joke over and over again as if it's some kind of clever quip. It's just lazy." The room falls silent for a moment before everyone starts laughing at my expense. Wilder looks taken aback, but Bianca jumps in to defend him. "Oh, come on, Alex. Lighten up," she says, like I'm the one who's being unreasonable. But Esme chimes in with her own opinion, that Wilder does have a tendency to rely on the same old jokes and that it gets old quickly. For once, my sister and brother are actually on my side. But then Wilder starts getting defensive, saying I'm just mad because he won't let me use his Xbox. The joke is like a nuclear bomb in our family. Everyone's suddenly offended at something or other except for Wilder, who thinks the whole thing is hilarious. Now we're all stuck with this awkward silence that neither of us wants to break. Am I the asshole?